Excellent! So here we go, the losers bracket match. Number 5 jkoper versus number 21 CrimsonAvix underway.
Oh my god! Do you see what Crim did to the Zelda sprite? The Link sprite.
Yes, he's the backwards man.
He's doing everything
Yes.
in that's amazing.
I can talk back fast as you can backwards, but the backwards man.
That's awesome. So immediately we have a path divergence here as jkoper opts to head right into the forested section of Hyrule, whereas Crim is opting to go left into the areas by start and more than likely go up to find where the blue ring cave usually is in Vanilla Zelda 1.
Yes, and I mean jkoper is definitely taking the more optimal route here. There's a lot more open caves up in the northeast, but we'll see how it pays off for him. If the sword happens to be in the level 3 area, Crimson's going to have the advantage here. But yeah, jkoper, by going to the northeast first, has a chance at 3 different Armo statues for the item, and a buttload of open caves, so that's a really good move by him.
And he did just find a hint saying that a moblin is going to contain the white sword, and he's going to have it in the dead woods.
Yeah, definitely good information really early. That 9 out of 10 times, that means that it's going to be a burn bush or, you know, one of the open caves in the dead woods. But very rarely you'll have that one seed that the whistle will be required to get into the vanilla level 7 spot to find the white sword. And I'm hoping that doesn't happen this time, but I may have just cast the commentator's curse.
Ooh, I'm on Team jkoper. Our most item is Lord Banana.
There he goes. The banana is definitely... I think he just fist pumped. I think he's really into that banana.
Probably saying on a stream, great Greenleaf's commentating. Here comes a 5-minute speech.
Yes. Absolutely. Looks like we have a level here. Crimson just walked into a level. It's a bubblegum dungeon under the vanilla Armos. I'm sorry, the vanilla blue ring shop. It's looking like level 2.
It does look like level 2, and that's a good one to find early because there's a lot of stuff lying on the ground. The item could potentially be lying on the ground. There's all kinds of bombs to be found here.
Yeah, it's really bugging me out watching Link walk backwards through this dungeon, but
it is really cool, though.
it is going to take a little getting used to. I like how he's holding his shield behind him, careful to guard his backside as he walks blindly into danger.
Well, nobody wants to take an arrow to the bum, but I do want to point out level 2, Crim being very aggressive here, searching through level 2, because there's fires and pancakes, and we know what that means.
That means Wizrobes. But we haven't seen many Wizrobes in here, actually. He's getting rather lucky with that. Did just pick up the any key. I don't even know if he noticed that he picked up the any key. I'm sure he has by now. But wow, what a find for level 2, using just a couple bombs in that fire room.
That's absolutely insane. That's going to give him a huge advantage early.
Yeah, that's huge. Huge, because finding the any key so early allows you to not have to search any other dungeon for keys. Once you find the Triforce in the item, you're out of there. Once you find the Triforce, you're out of there. So definitely sped up his progress finding that. jkoper now reaching the coast item, which is the whistle. So we'll see him pick that up later on, possibly. Oh, as far as time goes, I'm at 3:30 for both of them, just to let you know. About to be 3:35 now.
Yep, I was pretty much synced with you the entire time.
You're a beautiful man, TGE. People don't say it often enough, but you, sir, are beautiful.
There's a reason people don't say that. Most people who wouldn't say it have seen my picture.
Oh, picture's worth 1,000 words.
Yeah, most of the words when they see mine are...
I believe that's onomatopoeia.
Ooh, that's a nice looking mid-sized secret here for the seed. 40 rupees.
Can't complain with that. I mean, he's going to be looking for a candle, so...
Well, speaking of looking for a candle, that's an interesting thing because jkoper just found a bonus cave and opted to take the heart as opposed to the candle.
I think that's a good move at this point. I mean, there's a lot of open caves to keep exploring, and he's going to inevitably run into some sort of money, or at least a candle shop. And CrimsonAvix just found the location of the white sword.
It's actually in that bombable cave in the southeast.
Which is fantastic. That'll give CrimsonAvix the opportunity to take the risk and go for a candle instead of a wooden sword if he ends up running across that open world cave that has that option for him.
Yeah, I definitely think that if he finds it early enough, I would definitely go with the candle there, especially if he finds some of the more heart containers, either in dungeons or just as he's doing it in the overworld. And that screen scrolling with moonwalking Link looks really crazy.
Yes, this is the Michael Jackson of Hyrule, Link. He has done many performances, but none so smooth as this one.
jkoper up in the Lost Hills area, finding all kinds of potion shops around here. And we do know that the large secret is now 99 and the small secret is 6, so it's probably about an average seed for money, give or take. 99 is one south of what you'd normally get for the big secrets. 40 is a little bit higher than the medium secret, and 6 is slightly lower on the smalls. So it seems like it's going to be an average money seed.
Wow, jkoper really putting that boomerang to use in the White Sword Cave, Vanilla White Sword Cave up there with blue and red Lionels, stunning them both and getting himself into a level. Meanwhile, CrimsonAvix over at the graveyard. Meanwhile.
And now you can't give me crap anymore.
I get one, don't I?
You get a couple. And jkoper has found the raft in the dungeon he is in currently. See what I did there? Raft currently. Sorry,
no, it's all right. You get one of those too.
Yeah, Crim opting to nope out of the dungeon he was in vanilla level 6, and jkoper is going to bring a shrubbery and get 11 bombs for 90 rupees. That means the bomb upgrade is 3, but that's a huge find for him early because now he has weapons.
Yeah, CrimsonAvix opting to nope out of the dungeon, but also opting to nope out of existence there, taking a bob from the Lionels south of level 6. And, yeah, definitely sending him right back to start. Seems to be having some trouble with his power pack. He keeps going into the power pack menu. That could be potentially deadly. He could unintentionally reset his game doing that and lose all his progress. Fortunately, he did save in between those menu bring-ups, so he should be all right.
Yeah, and now you opting to use the save retry feature, or at least the save feature, to do the bombing here close to start. Let's see where he goes from here. If I'm Crim at this point, because I only got the one bomb, I'd be going up to the northeast.
I think he's definitely got a few more open caves to check over here. He is low on bombs, and it's going to be hard for him to get any more without having the sword.
A wood sword, for example?
But he has luckily found the wood sword. jkoper finding the second item in level 8 already, and it is the D, the bow.
Yeah, that's a really good level 8 for jkoper there, finding both of those items in there. So the raft early is going to allow him just to get those 2 raft spots out of the way when he happens by them. And, of course, the bow is one of the items required to defeat Ganon, of course.
Of course. jkoper also finding the location of the magic sword. Let me ping that here on the map. I have not done that, but it being so close to start, I wouldn't doubt seeing either of these runners attempting it multiple times as they collect more heart containers.
Yeah, absolutely not. Now, this is an interesting thing because you mentioned Crim finding the sword early would give him a large advantage. I don't think it's going to be nearly as big of an advantage as we think, because jkoper is one of the few people who consistently runs the regular game swordless. So if there's anyone in the tournament who could go through a seed completely swordless, it would be him.
Yes, I think we dubbed him the Sultan of Swordless. jkoper has a lot of experience, even did a GDQ run, and was able to...
4 heart white sword.
I am speechless. I think I just pulled the soda. What is it? No, not a soda Popinski. Yeah, that works. Where my head tilted back and my eyes curled into the back of my head, and I'm blah, 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 like 4 heart white sword, fantastic. Man, I had to bite my tongue as I'm calling him the Sultan of Swordless. He is now the Sultan of the White Sword.
Hey, sometimes you just get lucky. Crim is now moonwalking his way into a bonus cave and opting to choose which one. Heart, candle. opts for the heart. Now, I don't know if I necessarily agree with this or not, but Crim does know the location of the white sword. And of course, we know that it's only 4 hearts. He doesn't know this. But if he goes back there and takes a look, he is going to get it.
Where is Link swinging that sword from?
I have no idea.
Either way, he's going to town, that's for sure. Oh, boy.
Oh, my.
So, yeah, you got to think in this situation, Crimson's not thinking right off the bat that the white sword's going to be, 4 hearts. Also, it's in a location that's pretty far out of the way unless you have a candle. So he is going to take it the safe route, and, he did the right move taking the sword and taking the heart container, I think, in my opinion.
I 100% agree. Ooh, Kim's getting sniped before he can enter into that cave underneath the Armos.
Yeah, there's nothing good in that cave anyway. No, I have no idea, actually. But...
I'm pretty sure that was a potion shop, if I remember from jkoper's side. But jkoper is in the Bubble Pop Pink level 2.
Alright, let's see if he's lucky enough to find the magic key. I think he should be having a sword. He won't have to do the same bomb work that Crimson did, and stumbling upon the magic key. So we could actually expect to see jkoper pull a Triforce out of here with a white sword and 4 hearts.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But you never know. Wizrobes.
Which is funny, because even when Crim went in here, we didn't see any Wizrobes.
No, he took a path that brought him completely around Wizrobes, and putting Lord Banana to good use there. Unable to collect that 5 rupee from the wall, and pulled out the banana and was able to scoop it up. So there's one good thing, amongst many, of the boomerang.
Interesting, these red Wizrobes on the Desert Towel, those are hard to see.
Yeah, maybe for an amateur. I see it perfectly fine.
You can also see in pixels. I can't.
All you see is code. What I see is blonde, brunette, redhead.
Wow.
No, that's the Matrix that is Zelda. No, they're definitely difficult to see. I have trouble as well, especially if you don't have your emulator settings or your capture settings just right. They could be invisible for you, which was never any fun.
Absolutely not. Speaking of never any fun, Blue Land Molas.
There's a trick. You could really manipulate how land molas move. It takes a little practice, but you can have them run away from you if you move Link in a specific manner. But they do so much damage and they're so fast that if you don't put the right inputs in, they'll knock you out even if you know what you're doing.
Speaking of getting knocked out, the Lionel's up in the vanilla white sword screen above the waterfall, knocking out Crim.
Would have went better if he had a banana.
It would have been. That's how jkoper got in there.
Sure is.
Now, jkoper opting to use the bomb to get into this room as opposed to one of the keys he has. And not knowing that the any key is the item in this dungeon, definitely the right call. However, he's going to be a little bit disappointed he quote unquote wasted a bomb to get there when he finds the any key.
Yeah, I don't think he'll be disappointed at all. Finding the any key is worth any amount of bombs, in my opinion, especially this early in the game.
Oh, absolutely. Crim getting a useless hint because he already knows where the white sword is. Now, this was the room with the any key. Yep, yes. Right there.
He had a choice of any key, and he took it.
Yeah. And jkoper is stoic as ever, not showing any reaction at all to that.
Reactions are overrated. So the counterpart of the blue land mola, the red land mola, very docile compared to their blue counterparts. And jkoper able to clean him up nicely. Using the white sword against red land mola, it only takes a few hits to take him out completely.
Crim finally getting something he's been desperately seeking for a while now. He gets a 4-pack of explosives. The blue moblins being very, very generous with that. Okay, not very, very generous, but generous enough. And they lead him into a dungeon.
A dungeon, you say?
Yes, a dungeon.
This does indeed look like a dungeon. I'm saying level 4.
I'm still not convinced, Jam.
Yeah. All right, we'll keep it as a question mark. All right, definitely going to keep this as a question mark.
I agree 100%.
I'm still not convinced. TGE knows a lot more than I do, so I'm with him on this one. That I'm not sure what level this is, but hopefully we'll be able to find out when Crimson gets the Triforce, if he does. I mean, there's no other way to tell.
Yeah, jkoper has also found the wood sword cave and opts correctly to take the candle. So now jkoper definitely has the advantage because he can start burning all the trees around Hyrule.
He may not have started the fire, but since it's burning, he'll keep turning.
Is I think Crimson the funky block room at 4?
It looks like the he's ladder block there. That's the Chevy ladder block or ladder block room.
Okay, that makes sense too, yeah?
Yeah. That would be the Chevy. Yeah, I don't know. The chat's saying level 4. I'm still unconvinced. I'm going to have to wait a little bit longer on that one. Sorry, guys.
Yeah. Crim finding another bonus cave and again opting to take the heart.
Yeah, well,
To be fair, he has 150 rupees at this point, so...
You take the heart at that situation. Also, he knows where the location of the white sword is. I wouldn't be surprised to see him make a play for that after he checks these last few caves. Also knows the location of the candle, which helps.
Yep, going to pick that up and then go back in and buy something else. Probably another 4-pack of bombs, considering they're only 11 rupees.
I honestly think Link learned a thing or two from the Ninja Turtles. He's wearing a shield on his back, like a shell.
And real quick, headphone users, turn your volume down because we just got a hint saying the red candle is in 7, and that's its normal location. So you know what that means, Fred?
I turned it down for them.
jkoper has come across another dungeon here. This one with the nice blue color palette, and this feels like a level 6.
This does feel like level 6, but then again, we've been fooled before, TGE.
We have.
I'm going to just mark this one as a question mark. No, actually, let's go with 6.
Actually, now that I think about it...
That's not 6. See? I told you.
That's 3.
That's 3. Every time, TGE. Every time.
Yeah. Oh, shoot.
That shoot is well deserved after that. All right, a bomb pack dropped. He's able to pick him up since he has some sort of melee, ranged weapon that also grabs items. So that boomerang definitely paying for itself now. A quick Triforce for jkoper, but he's going to opt to pass it up in search of the item, it looks like.
100% agree. However, I just want to point out that I am now firmly biased. I am on Team jkoper because I'm not sure if you noticed what happened on the other side of the screen, but Crim saw the banana and just noped right on by it.
Is he the werewolf one, or is he the vampire? Does he sparkle in the sun?
I don't know if jkoper goes into the sun, so I can't say if he sparkles or not.
Fair enough. Alright.
Because I don't know about you, but I only see him at night.
Yeah, Crimson's checking a few more bushes in the forest. jkoper's going right back into level 3. He's gonna try to find that item. There's a lot of good items that are still out there, still available, so this is probably the best move for him. Also, level 3 being a small dungeon. Sometimes trolly, but a small dungeon overall.
Yeah, but only 18 rooms. It's absolutely the right call to go back in here. Crim now finding that the recorder is the coast item, which we knew. And yes, you are 100% correct, Zeb. I am a biased commentator, and I fully admit I'm a biased commentator. Team Banana for life.
Hey, don't worry about me. I'm not biased at all. I don't want either of these guys to win. So either way, I'm going to be happy. Ooh. Oh, what a great call by jkoper. Goes back in for the item, and it ends up being the ladder. Fantastic. Crimson does find a level on the coast. This looks like level 1. Or, yeah, this is level 7.
No. This is, yep. Oh, that's not a good level to find. Well, you're gonna have to go through it eventually, but this is one of those you want to save for the end.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's good to poke around a little bit. I think he's got the right idea. Definitely going to poke around. I don't think he's going to commit 100% to it as of yet. The enemy set so far doesn't look that threatening, so I think we'll see him in here for a little bit.
Yeah, the big issue with level 7, of course, is that it's the second largest dungeon in the game. The only one that's bigger is level 9 with its 58 rooms. Level 7 has 33.
How many does level 9 have?
I thought it was 58, or it's 57 or 58, one of the two of them, I think.
Yeah, so not quite a level 9. It's like a mini level 9.
I do also want to point out over on jkoper's side as he buys the arrows that with the dark green color on the merchant, the shaft on the arrows looks really, really cool.
I thought we told you not to talk about shaft.
Oh, did I break the one rule?
You break all the rules, TG.
I do.
Too cool for rules.
Absolutely. But the one thing about the color palettes in the game here is you can see it on the bowstring, the wooden arrows, the wooden sword, the handle of the sword itself, the string on the bow, and the arrows will actually change color based on Link's tunic. So if you change the color of Link's tunic using the change tunic option the game has, then you can actually see the color change on the tunic. The same thing will apply if you get a blue ring or a red ring.
How much does it cost to get a shaft color changer installed?
I don't know. It depends on where you are and if you have to pay for shipping.
I apologize for the dogs in advance. I got 4 dogs in this house, and they're absolutely bonkers.
Yeah, well, just they can't believe it's not bacon.
Actually, they're just saying sausages over and over and over again.
Hey, when I get hungry, I tend to scream out random food words too.
Pancakes.
Eggs.
So Crimson, unsuccessful in finding a Triforce, gonna up his way out of there and call it a day, cut his losses, and he's gonna keep checking the coast.
I 100% agree with that because going in and delving around for a little bit is fine, but there's so many river rooms in 7 that can ladder block you out of there. And with only 5 hearts and a wooden sword, even though it is the Gorilla set, not necessarily the best time to be delving in there.
Sausages. That's all I gotta say.
Delicious. And we've got another level here for Crim.
Holy!
Down by the lake.
Holy level exploration, Batman. This one is indeed Wizrobes, though. It's looking like level 5.
Yep, and I believe jkoper just found a level here underneath the Armos as well. I'm not sure what it was, though. I think it might have been level 9. I didn't quite catch it.
Yeah, I would say... I would love to double check it, but I think I passed that part. Alright, so we found 5. Crim got a quick Triforce out of there. Possibly level 9 over at the Power Bracelet spot. Let me mark that. So now we have 1, is it 4, 3, possibly 4, we were not sure. 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 for sure.
We know 8 is because jkoper found stuff in 8.
We have found all the levels already.
No, we haven't found one.
It's either the grave or the White Sword Cave.
K-Mac can confirm that that's level 9.
At the grave?
The one that we just found, the Armo statue.
No, the actual grave, like the push block grave, yeah, is a level.
Oh, okay. Yeah, White Sword Cave was 8, if I recall correctly.
We have some Nostradamus predictions here coming from chat saying that the Silver Arrow is most likely within level 5 with the Triforce that early.
Well, we did find level 1, I believe, over on jkoper's side. And if our Nostradamus in chat continue their record, because we had one in chat this morning for the first race between Adirondack Rick and Vickman, who basically said, yep, bow and silver arrows, Armos and ladder items respectively. Guess what? They're the Armos and ladder items respectively.
Well, there's a difference between predicting the future and hacking the ROM to see where the location of everything is, just so you can look cool in front of all your friends.
True. So are you accusing people of doing that just to sound cool in a Twitch chat?
Just Fred.
Just Fred. Well, thankfully it wasn't Fred who said this, so you're off the hook.
Yeah, no, we're good. We're good.
A Bubble, a Keese, and a Zol walk into a bar.
I heard this one.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, I know.
So level 1 is going to have 2 items that we're going to find. The other dungeons, you got 2. One of them going to be sitting on the ground. The other one, of course, going to be down through the diamond staircase. Now, the big items that jkoper is going to be looking for, he's got the ladder, he's got the raft. The only thing we haven't found is level 6, so it doesn't look like Power Bracelet is going to be needed, although he could find that. The big things he's probably going to be hoping for here are the silver arrows and the red ring. At least that's what I'd be hoping for.
Yeah, Red Ring would be huge at this point. Then he could delve into some of these Wizrobe dungeons without fear, having a white sword and a red ring. I think that would be the pinnacle of items to find.
Yeah. And I just want to point out, Jim, that chat is calling you out and asking, how would you know anything about looking cool in front of friends?
Nothing. That's why I wasn't referring to myself. I'm gonna go cry myself to sleep now, thank you.
But you can't do that. You have in this race and another race after this that you have to restream.
I'll just push buttons. jkoper finding.
Is he gonna take her? He's gonna up A.
He's up A's. Yeah, he's finding. I was about to say he's finding little resistance in this level 1. We haven't been lucky enough to find any items yet. And as I was about to say that, the book magically appears on the ground, and he chooses not to get it.
Which is very interesting because he's normally one who will take the quote-unquote meme items, such as the book or the boomerang, just because, you know, he can. I saw him do both the book and a boomerang in one of his any % races back in that tournament.
I'm still waiting for the bomberang. Wow, the book and the wand. The wand is the second item in level 1. He's quick to pick that one up. So I guess it's a really good thing he didn't grab that book, otherwise he'd be running it into his own fire.
Yeah, and I do 100% agree with you. The bomberang or the boomerang, within all caps, definitely something I'm looking forward to as well.
Fred? So CrimsonAvix now coming across level 1, so both these guys are going to high-five a little bit on their way in and their way out. jkoper has the slight upper hand at this point, having some actual required items and an extra 2 Triforces at this point.
Yeah, but the good thing here for Crim is he's going to come across the wand here in this dungeon, which is going to upgrade his offensive capabilities.
Yeah, that'll be his first weapon upgrade besides going from nothing to wood sword, I guess.
And Crim, very nice there, utilizing his last bomb to kill the Dodongo with the smoke, putting it in a place that the Dodongo wasn't going to eat it, so he could refill to at least 4 bombs. That was very nice.
Yeah, definitely one of my favorite tricks that I learned about Zelda since starting to run this game is how to kill Dodongos like that. As a kid, I always had to feed the Dodongo 2 bombs and you know, waste that extra bomb and not get anything in return. Now, always getting yourself a guaranteed bomb off of Dodongo is fantastic.
Yeah, well, that does explain the hint that you got when it says Dodongo dislikes smoke.
Yeah, but I thought he disliked boom more, so...
Yeah, well, most people dislike boom.
Yeah. Let's see how much time Crimson spends in here looking for the second item, and if he, too, gets trolled by the same book troll.
Ooh, jkoper getting the creepy old man hit, the one that says, "I want to see the inside of my van."
Well, yes, I do. Is it carpeted?
And then getting the troll hint of Dodongo dwells with the magic key, but he knew that already because he's got it. And to answer your question, no, it is not carpeted.
Well, let's at least have party lights.
Well, yeah.
Oh, then we're good.
And a couple of mini fridges.
So Crimson is now entering the troll room that we already know. It's a trap. Leave while you can.
He's gonna up A out of here. You and I both know it.
Oh, and yep. Everyone thinks about it for a second. It catches you off guard. You're like, you gotta be kidding me, right?
Yep. I think he was just walking up there to troll Lizzie. We still love you here, Lizzie, though.
So he's gonna make his way. He's gonna beeline straight to the Triforce now and pick that up. Only has to deal with a few Wall Masters before he gets to it. So I was wrong before about the grave. It's actually level 6's vanilla location. Yeah. Yeah, this is a weird dungeon. I'm not sure about this one. It is level 6, actually. Oh boy, prepare your ears.
For what?
Nothing. Nothing about level 6 being at level 6's vanilla location.
Oh, I've already got the Fred out of the way.
Okay.
Remember, red candles in 7, so I already got the Fred out of the way.
Okay, it's one per match. Got it.
But we can absolutely blame Fred if you want to. We highly encourage you blame Fred.
So, level 6 also being a Wizrobe dungeon, jkoper's got to be very careful, doesn't have any sort of protection.
Yeah, but that is interesting. It's in its normal location. It's a Wizrobe dungeon. The only thing is he's not going to get the wand out of it. If the wand was in here, then there'd be some issues.
Yeah, honestly, I don't even think there's any item in here, so he could just, go along his way. Alright, there's most likely an item in here.
Yeah, and we know what room we're looking for, too. We're going to be looking for the single block room because the corridor stair led us to the double blocks.
Do you have to pay extra for that?
Only on weekends, holidays, and every other Wednesday.
Weekends, holidays, every other one. Alright, so that's, yeah. You left a few good days in there. Oh, Crimson uses his last bomb on the wrong bomb spot. I do that all the time on that one spot. I don't know what it is. It kind of reminds you of the one over by level 5. And, yeah, very easy to do. I always tend to drop my bomb in the middle of the screen, just in case. And in that situation, that would have saved him that extra bomb and a little bit more time going back to check that spot. Even though we know that it's not required. So in the long run, it might actually save him some time. But instead, he farms up a bomb pack, and he's going to go back.
jkoper got sniped as he's exploring level 6, so he's going to have to go back in. Now, the question here is going to be, well, he's not going to go back in, and never mind my question.
Yes, I think he's had his fill of level 6 for now. He's going to come back when he's a little bit more equipped. I think he's well equipped enough, but a little more protection would not hurt. Alright, so Crimson now stumbling his way into level 3.
Going to be very happy to find the ladder here, though. Now that is an interesting mechanic you just saw Crim utilize there. With the Dark Nuts, even able to stab them from a position where they're walking towards you like you're in the shoot room, so basically you faced vertically as they're walking horizontally and stab. You can stab them and use their iframes to have them walk past you for the most part without hitting you.
He stabs good.
jkoper getting himself up to 8 hearts as he finds another bonus cave. And then right to the east, it's going to find another re-rupee cave, and this one's only going to give him 6, though.
He got hearts and money.
He works hard for the money. Or heart for the money, I guess is supposed to be the joke there. I messed that one up, didn't I?
TGE executes a pun. Poorly.
Yeah, I thought about it as I was saying it that I could have punned there, so that one's on me.
jkoper looking to probably do a world wrap here and pick up the recorder, which is going to give him the ability to fast travel to the levels he's previously picked up Triforces from. Should give him a little boost here.
Yeah, one of these days what I want to see is someone get the ladder and then try and do the world wrap without knowing what the item is and have to walk over the book to get it.
It's happened.
Oh, I know. It happened the other night with BT. The item was the inferior model, and he world wrapped over it.
Yes. You know what? It didn't look like he was shamed at all about picking it up, so...
No, absolutely not. Like you said, it was early enough where an early banana, as we saw here in this sea with jkoper, can be put to extremely efficient use, because that's what got him into level 8 to get in both the raft and the bow. Crim walking away from the wall, hoping and praying it was going to be the item room, because you can't bomb into the item room from the left in level 3, and has to walk back across the room when he unfortunately gets the bomb hole to open.
However, he did get a hint about level 4. It says Gliok lurks by the Lost Hills. We do have a dungeon in that area, and we're not sure if that is level 4 or not. So we're just going to keep that one unmarked for now.
Right, but the one thing we do know about that dungeon is Crim has found it already, and he is ladder blocked. So now that he's got the ladder from 3, he can go back into the rest of that dungeon. I also love the fact that the way the sprite swap works in the game, that whatever you choose to play as your sprite, that's for the most part what the Link sprite is going to be swapped as if it's an in-game sprite. So now all of the caves where the merchant would be, there's Link selling you and peddling his wares.
Yeah, Link is he's given up adventuring and gone into entrepreneurship.
Now, he's pretty young for an entrepreneur. He's only 10 years old, so got to give him credit for starting a business early.
You know, a lot of kids start with lemonade stands. Link starts with heart containers.
Oh, he's starting with heart containers. Does that make him Doogie Howser?
The one and only.
You weren't expecting that, were you?
Neil Patrick Harris.
Book it, everybody. Neil Patrick Harris is playing Link in the next Zelda movie.
So jkoper stumbling upon another level. This is one we've seen before. This is the one we thought was level 4, but we're still not 100% sure.
You know, all I know is that jkoper making no bones about this room, stabbing all the Stalfos to death.
Did you just say no bones?
I did.
Okay. Just want to make sure. So Crimson's going to find the map for this dungeon. It still doesn't confirm anything. My suspicions are still in place.
Yeah, I am kind of wondering what Crim's doing here looking through 3. I guess he's probably looking for hearts, I guess, is the best thing.
I think
he's found the Triforce already.
He's been in that room for quite a while, and I think after like the first Dark Nut kill, he was kind of committed to killing the entire room. So I think, yeah, he's going to look around for a heart container a little bit longer.
Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of.
Also, both of these players know the location of the magic sword, so that finding an extra heart in a dungeon that is relatively small compared to the others is a good option if his end game does involve the magic sword. jkoper finds the item of this unknown dungeon, and it happens to be the croissant.
Warm and buttery.
Actually, they made this one gluten-free.
It can still be warm and buttery.
I don't even know what gluten is. I'm sorry.
Well, gluten. Do you want the technical explanation? Or you just want me to continue on with the commentary?
jkoper just found the Triforce for level 4. I think it's level 4.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
You almost blew it there, Jam.
At this point, we're just gonna leave it unmarked. I mean, we've gone long enough that it is now level question mark.
We need to get a version of Z-Hell where it's just level 11, so every time we want to do that, we can just label it as level 11.
Yes, but this one goes to 11.
Oh, those Armos tackling jkoper give him all kinds of trouble, and shaking his head because he realized, crap, I've been there before. I think Crim is opting to go scroll all the way back through the dead woods. I think he's going for the white sword.
Yeah, definitely a good time for him to make that play. He can grab the white sword and then he can world wrap as well. Actually, he's going north here. He's going to check the burn spots. It looks like on the way.
Yeah, absolutely agree with that because they're right here on the path he needs to go to get there anyway. So it's pick up the 2 burn spots, world wrap, get the recorder, pick up the white sword. Yeah, it's definitely the right call.
Yeah, he surely is close to a blue ring now, but I don't know if he knows the location of it or not.
I believe he does. I believe he has found one, but again, we only keep track of the important things here, like what levels aren't where and sword locations.
You're entitled to believe whatever you want. I believe in fairies and leprechauns. And actually, I play a game that involves both of them.
And I believe in Santa Claus.
As you should. Indeed. Jacob, back inside level 8 now. He already found both of the items in here, so he's really going to go for a Triforce and get out at this point. Unless he, too, is looking for heart containers. I know he won't pass one up if it stumbles across his path, but I'm sure that's not his main focus here.
Or you can just grab the Triforce out of the spiral staircase room and nope on out of 8 like he wanted to.
Open mouth, insert foot.
Welcome to the curse of being a commentator.
Yes. As predicted,
100% Crimson doing the world wrap.
Yep. Crimson picking up the white sword, going for the world wrap, grabbing himself the recorder. Gonna play himself a nice little melody that'll transport him all over the world.
Yeah, but honest question here: with the way that sprite is configured, how is he playing that recorder? Jkoper also picking up the white ring, so now we have a merchant with a snazzy new tunic. Because only in the land of Hyrule can changing your shirt increase your defense.
Have you ever heard of chainmail?
That's not a shirt.
It could be.
It could be, but in theory, it's not a shirt. You're actually putting on something that's supposed to be armor. In this, all you do is really change the color of the clothes you're wearing, so by changing your shirt, you increase your defense.
Let's call it mithril armor. Light as a feather, stronger than steel.
Have you been reading some too much Tolkien?
Is there such a thing?
Never. Yeah, Crim opting to try and look for the heart. I'm assuming the heart container here in 2. Going in and finding the Wizrobe room, but because it's the 5 sets of 2 block room that basically looks like you have the setup for the number 5 on playing cards, who knows he can just get on out of there because there is no drop in those rooms in level 2.
Yeah, this is where experience plays into your advantage, being able to pinpoint which rooms have drops and which don't. Really speed up your game.
Yeah, and because he's already got the any key out of here, you can definitely know that he's more than likely looking for the heart container.
He didn't just get any key, but he got any key. Just wanted to clarify, you know. So yeah, definitely harder to see those Wizrobes on the on Crimson's side. I don't know if it's just Link walking backwards throwing me off, but he does indeed find that heart container. Puts him at 9 hearts now, which is pretty good. Tied with jkoper as far as heart counts go. Just going to be 1 Triforce short.
And again, the big advantage is that jkoper's already found 8, and the 2 items in there, the biggest one of those being, of course, the bow.
Yeah, they weren't too deep in there, so I wouldn't put it past Crimson to not skip at least searching a little bit for those.
Well, because he already went in and out of 5 real fast when he just grabbed the Triforce 2 rooms in, so there is that option of the silver arrows being buried in 5 and Crim having to go back.
Yeah, that was the Nostradamus prediction that we got earlier from chat. I hope it doesn't come to fruition.
And Crim now finding another heart container right close to start, and because the magic sword is also here, I wouldn't put it past him to put a play on it right now.
It's worth a shot. Always worth a shot. But he is. It looks like he's opting to do Candle Row instead. He did indeed just get this sword, so maybe he wants to, get his money's worth out of the white sword before he goes for the magic.
Let's see how much money he gets here from this. If it's a large enough secret, he could definitely go and get the... Nope, never mind. Not a large enough secret. Can't get
Show me what you got. 6 rupees. Really?
All right, so for those of you who are currently wondering for our item count, this is what I can give you so far. The book and the wand, yes, the combo was in level 1. The magic key was in level 2. The ladder was in level 3. The power bracelet was in a dungeon we think is level 4 but cannot be confirmed. We don't know the items in 5 or 6 yet. The red candle is in 7. We know that from a hint. The bow and the rack are in level 8. We don't know the items in 9. The Armos item was Lord Banana. The ladder item was the recorder. So leaving us with the items that we have left to find, we've got the inferior model, which needs to be found. We've got the silver arrows, which need to be found. The red ring, which needs to be found. And the heart container, which needs to be found.
jkoper fighting Triforce after Triforce here. Finishes up level 7, then gets a really fast Triforce in level 5, the same one that Crimson got. Now he's only one Triforce away from being able to attack level 9.
Yes, but here again is the big thing, is there's no silver arrow, so with still not knowing the items in 5 and 6, we just got the Triforce item out of 5, or the Triforce out of 5, is jkoper willing to take the shot that the silver arrows are in 9, or is he going to go back and search through the dungeons first?
That's a great question. He does have the recorder, so he does have the option of going to 9, searching a little bit. If he finds one of the items, he could always leave and check a different dungeon later on without having too much of a time penalty.
And Crim is now going to be going through 4, where he's going to find the power bracelet and the Triforce in back-to-back rooms here.
Allegedly 4.
Yes, allegedly.
We're still not sure on that one. Jury's out.
You sure the jury isn't rigged?
Will reconvene 1 month. Nice gavel. Oh boy. So jkoper knows the location of level 6. Now making his way in there. A little more equipped this time. It is a Wizrobe dungeon, so he's got to be careful. He did get into this room before, lost a lot of life, and got a few rooms past that and decided to mosey on out of there. Hopefully he'll get a little bit further this time. He has very few options at this point.
Yeah, but he does have the blue ring, which is huge. Crim looks like he was going to go try and explore 4 for the heart container. Just went a couple rooms north of the Triforce. Sees a manhandle, is like, nope, I'm gone.
Yeah, manhandle is definitely a great deterrent, especially if you just don't feel like struggling at that point. I think he made the right call here. He already got the item. He has 11 heart containers as of right now, so he's in good position. He's in good shape. He does have a few more dungeons. He actually hasn't found the location of 8 yet, I don't believe.
No, he has not.
So hopefully he makes his way over there right now.
Yep. But first he's going to check this power bracelet slot because he's right in the area.
Pretty good call. He is in blue ring territory. Let's see if he makes that play.
Oh, getting the 99 when he only had 4 rupees left. When I say 4 rupees, I mean 4 rupees left to his max. So it was an interesting call there by Crim to do that. But now he's going to go back up to the waterfall where level 8 is. He got sniped out of it earlier. Yeah,
it's not a big deal. He's not too concerned. It does go to a charity of his choice. I think he is now raising money for Octoroks of Hyrule to help lost and displaced Octoroks find a loving home in a foster family. So good on him donating 95 rupees to that fund.
Oh, see, he's changed because I thought he was a part of Wall.
Wall, you say?
Yeah, Wall, which is against Link leaving.
Oh, okay. So that's a play on Mad, huh?
Yeah, that was what they're supposed to be.
I get it.
Hey, wait a second. There's a stairway room in the location where a stairway room is supposed to be here in 6. And 6 is in its normal location with Wizrobes. I know you're in the chat, Fred. I can see you there. This is all your fault.
And it's indeed the item room as well, so... And it is... Oh, there it is!
That's the one!
His saving grace. the one, the only, the silver arrow. That's going to clinch it for jkoper. Now he just has to grab the Triforce and run to level 9 as CrimsonAvix picks up his 6th Triforce, the level 8 Triforce. Let's see if he goes back in for the items.
He absolutely has to at this point, because 8 has 2 items, and he still hasn't found bow or silver arrow, so he 100% has to go back in at this point.
Moonwalking his way back into level 8. Doing the electric slide. Indeed. So, alright, here goes. This is the first item. I believe this one was the raft.
Yes. Wait, what is that?
That looks
Look at
like...
the raft!
I think that's a sled. It looks like a sled.
All I know is that's glorious.
Yes. It's more rafty than the raft was, so I'm not complaining.
So jkoper actually in a really
You know what
good
that is?
position here.
I'm sorry, that's a
What?
bunch of bananas.
Was that a bunch of bananas?
That was a bunch of bananas.
That's awesome!
That was definitely a bunch of bananas.
Oh, that's amazing.
He picked up all the bananas for you.
I appreciate that.
jkoper.
Now, as I was going to say, is jkoper is actually very well equipped going into 9. Doesn't have the magical sword per se, but he's got 10 bombs in the any key. So that's going to give him a pretty good chance to figure out what we're going to do here in 9. Ooh, only having one option to go at the start. That's interesting.
Yeah, that actually has the potential to mean that Ganon or Zelda are located somewhat on the southeast area there. We're about to... it looks like jkoper's very suspicious of it. Drops a bomb over there. And it looks like he's trying to make his way over there to confirm, and that's 2 rooms in a row. So right now it's a high probability that Zelda or Ganon are close to that area. Looks like Crimson has found the... I think this is the passage? Yes.
Yep, and he knows that that's going to take him to the spiral staircase because he found it already.
Yes.
So now he's looking for the corridor.
Yes. Whatever could it mean? So let's see if jkoper still has his suspicions about the eastern side, or if he's just going to start continuing west. And it looks like he is continuing to go west. I actually thought that room might have been Ganon because of the two shutter doors, but unfortunately it's not. And he's actually going back, so maybe he heard Ganon?
Yes, he did.
Oh, indeed he did. And he's actually in a glitched room that has an open door, so that's interesting. Actually, that has the potential for Zelda to be behind there. He's doing a great job, has Ganon in a nice stun lock, takes him out, no problems whatsoever. And let's see if jkoper is that lucky. Nope, but
Nope. It's an old man.
He does get the Tingle quote there, one of my favorites. Oh, shoot.
Shoot. jkoper now questioning his life choices as he goes back into the old man room.
Looks like Nostradamus psyched us out again in chat.
Yep.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not entirely sure that that was not Zelda. That could have very well been Zelda in an old man disguise.
Absolutely, but Crim also now equipping himself with some jewelry, and he also has now the blue ring.
So jkoper now making his way back down that eastern side. I had expected that shutter door to open there. I think I do that every single time, but like I said before, there's a high chance that it could be Zelda in that area, but Not a guarantee.
Crim now making his way up to level 6, which we know is level 6, which is, well, we're not going to get into that loop again.
Boring! Actually, I like when things are randomly not random.
Because that actually means it's more random than you normally expect it to be.
Negative. That's equally as random, but still. Quack Quack wants the bait. He fed the hungry Wizrobe and was rewarded with absolutely nothing.
No, that's because Zelda was right above the Wizrobe.
Indeed, she was, and jkoper's going to finish this one up in first place with an official SRL time of 55 minutes, 34 seconds. An excellent showing by jkoper. A great sub-hour. Congratulations. Wow. That was quick. That was a quick level 9.
Now, if I'm correct, that's the second fastest tournament, correct?
As far as, yes, I think that was just under Dr. Jason Kibble's time and just over the time that I said earlier today, but I had a godlike level 9, so.
Well, that was pretty close to a godlike level 9 from jkoper. That wasn't very much exploring. Everything was consolidated to the eastern side of the skull. Yeah, I do want to point out that I do find it absolutely hilarious that technically Zelda was guarded by the bait. Even though you couldn't get into the door, she was one room above where the bait block was, so I'm considering that being bait guarded.
You know what? I think that was also a disguise. That was actually Zelda as well. She's just exploiting you for your time and your meat. It's a toxic relationship.
It really is.
Yeah.
Crim now going to be very careful as he traverses through the rest of the dragon here in level 6 because he's got a half a heart, so going for some zombie strats.
Yeah, have a heart or two. Hopefully he gets at least one from these souls, but does not, unfortunately.
And that X makes a very good point. Because of the win here, that's going to mean next round, the bonus bracket, we're going to have the 5-seed jkoper and the 6-seed KMAC. That's going to be a heavyweight clash.
That's going to be very, very entertaining to watch. Both runners are very skilled and adept in multiple versions of Randomizer. K-Mac always doing a lot of races. jkoper right there with him, and they go back and forth on wins. So Crimson struggling a little bit in that level 6, took a death there, but that was actually not a bad thing since the Triforce wasn't in that area, unless he does go right back over there.
Yeah, I don't know, because he's still going to have to go through this Wizrobe and like room again. So, unfortunately, level 6 is just being... Oh, no, it's not going to have to. I lied.
Yes, there's a
bubble.
Yep, there's a bubble in that room. There's a bubble in there.
And I heard Discord, that means we've got jkoper. Well, I thought we had jkoper.
Yeah, he's always got to connect twice.
Ah, there we go.
And then he should be good.
Can you hear me now?
We surely can.
Yes, we can.
What is
Every
up?
single time, I have to refresh. It's so annoying.
What is up, jkoper? Congratulations on your first place. Amazing time. What was going through your head?
You know, I was just slightly worried about the silver arrows a little bit, but otherwise, I was thinking, man, first cave is money-making game. Money-making game at start is awesome. If you need money, there's never a money concern then. And then second cave was white sword hint. And then after that, I was like, I'm never going to find money or a dungeon again. Like, everything I opened was nothing. Until I finally found money right before I got into 8 and got the bomb upgrade, and wow, that sure just worked out perfectly. And yeah. I knew where a candle was, so I wasn't worried about that. I was free to take the heart and try to get the white sword as soon as possible, and it turned out to be a very good decision, I think, because I got that white sword with 4 hearts, and then I got the free candle out of the sword spot, so, yeah. Wait, what?
Yeah. Yep. CrimsonAvix actually just forfeited the raise. He said, "Thank you for making that short." I guess he's got other things to do. Unfortunately, doesn't feel like banging his head against the wall in level 6. He did make a very very good effort at this seed. But yeah, knowing that he's already lost and that definitely can be deterring. So he definitely great showing by CrimsonAvix. Hopefully he'll join us here for a little post-race commentary as well. Yeah, I wanted to comment on that 4-heart white sword. That's definitely what won it for you. It was getting that white sword nice and early with only 4 hearts. That's just fantastic. And also you found the levels in a pretty decent order, getting the bow and the raft pretty early, even though the raft wasn't required. So, but yeah, a fantastic job.
Oh man, I had the raft. I forgot I had the raft.
You sure did. It definitely wasn't required, though, so don't worry about it. It's a good thing you forgot.
I know, but I would have checked the raft spot on the coast when I was over there, but I guess that just saved me time in the end, I suppose, forgetting about it.
Yeah. At least it didn't cost you any time, that's for sure. So,
Man!
We're joined here now by CrimsonAvix. Crimson, hello.
What's going on?
Hey, good showing, sir. I'm sad to see you not sticking it out to the end, but I totally understand why. You had a really good run up until that level 6 that kept on trolling you a little bit. So, and at that point, you had already known that the game was over. So, what was going through your head then?
Oh, I knew early that I may have made a decent run at it, but I knew I was going to lose the cover because early on I realized fighting with that spray was just going to be ridiculously hard.
Yeah, I don't know if you just gave yourself the disadvantage there for the entertainment purposes, but we were loving it. So, really,
that's what I wanted. I mean, I know jkoper and even after this K-Mac would have been very tough opponents. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to make it entertaining for everyone rather than worry about if I can beat them and stuff. I mean, I want the whole tournament to be as entertaining as possible. So I'm like, you know what? I'll put on a show, and if it happens to work out, it happens to work out. Otherwise, oh well.
And yeah, you have definitely been putting on a show, that's for sure. Showing us all your excellent sprite work throughout the tournament and doing a great job with the restream. So thank you very much for helping out on that aspect and really good showing during this tournament.
Oh yeah, and I'll be continuing to do new sprites on just regular randomizer races and everything. So, I mean, people will still be able to get to see them. And whenever the next randomizer comes about, I expect all new entertaining things.
You had a custom raft sprite. This was just brought up in chat, and it was something that I definitely wanted to ask you about. At first, we were like, wow, that's a really interesting-looking raft, and then it kind of sunk in afterwards. I looked at the 15-second Twitch delay replay that I have up over here, and I looked at it again. I'm like, that's a bunch of bananas! It
was a banana boat!
It was a banana boat. So was that what you were going for, or?
Yeah, it's sort of to pay back TGE to give him a little shout out because we've only been trolling him. You know what? I'll create a banana boat with green oars. So that's exactly what it was.
That was awesome.
Yeah, that definitely was fantastic. So thank you very much for that.
I need to emphasize that my picking up and using the boomerang was in no way an endorsement of any sort of Lord Banana propaganda.
But it was extremely effective, though.
Yes, we mentioned that multiple times. You showed some very, very good use of the boomerang in multiple occasions to pick up extra 5 rupees, to pick up an extra bomb pack here and there, to stun Lionels on your way to level 8 there. That was fantastic, and that's what saved you a lot of time, was you were able to get into level 8 early and get the bow, get the raft, and get out of there. Unfortunately, you didn't get the Triforce, so you were swordless at that point. So just a fantastic use of all your weaponry and using that select swap to your advantage.
Yeah, sometimes the select swap frustrates me because it's like I want it to switch to a certain thing, and then I'm like, I know it's so far away, so I just keep mashing it, and then I pass it up, and then I have to go around again, and pain in the butt. But, oh yeah, that's true, Loud Goat. That fairy that devastated me when I couldn't pick up that fairy in the white sword screen. What else, man?
No trolls.
Oh yeah, 6 was definitely the biggest concern. The first time I was in level 6, Krim, it was a struggle. Like, I barely got through the first room, and then I took the stairs and, ended up dying in another Wizrobe room. And then I immediately left and decided to come back there later. Figured it was a good place to do last anyway, since it was right next to 9. And also there's the added incentive of I knew where the recorder was, and there was at least one dig dogger in there. It could be another one. So
I ran into 2. I only fought 1.
What's that?
I ran
You
into
ran into 2 and you fought 1?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, the one that I saw was in a room with no drop, so that's wasn't worth fighting, that one. But yeah, then I came back there later, and when I came back there later, it was like nearly flawless. I hardly got hit. I don't know why, but it's fun.
That's how it goes, though. Once you get the armor enhancement, you get the blue ring, you start not taking as much damage overall, and that, I don't know if it's just a mental thing or not, but for me, it's always been that way. When I pick up a red or a white ring, I get a little more aggressive. I think it's what it is, and you tend to sometimes take less damage. And on the other hand, a lot of people pick up the defensive items and tend to run into, face tank a bunch of stuff too. So there's 2 strategies there, but you seem to have a little more finesse when you were comfortable with your blue ring on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need blue ring just be comfortable as I would with green. So, yeah, it was. I guess Magic Sword was at least no more than 12 hearts. I could have picked that up before going to 6.
Yeah, I only finished with 9 hearts, so I was definitely thinking about the Magic Sword, but it was not an option for me. 5 was 2 rooms long, and thought about coming back there later. I skipped some hearts and some other levels as well. Something that we've confirmed here is that there are 2 circumstances for a shutter door being open in Ganon's room when you go in there. Either Zelda's in the one shutter door that's closed, or the shutter door that's open leads to the shoot room. And if it was the other circumstance where Zelda was in the one shutter door that was open, or closed, then it would have been a PB for me. But, I confirmed that it was the shoot room possibility and had to go and maneuver around and find Zelda. And what was hilarious, Crim, was that Zelda was immediately above the bait, the hungry Wizrobe or whatever it was there. But obviously, because she was immediately above, there was no wall, or there was a blank wall above her, so I didn't know, or above him. I didn't know where Zelda was, so I tried to bomb up. I couldn't bomb up above him. I did have the bait with me, but you had to go around and above. So it was like dodging the bait guy was the secret to finding Zelda. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, we were under the assumption that Zelda was playing hide and seek so well that this time she brought along 2 disguises. One of them was the old man, so that was actually her just north of Ganon there, and she was just toying with you. And also, she wanted to extort some extra items from you and wanted to get Link's share of the meat, or I'm sorry, the merchant's share of the meat. So she dressed up as the hungry Wizrobe as well, which was a very easy disguise. So.
Yeah, so there were some fun things that happened in that scene.
Sure.
And it was probably, definitely a top 5 time for me ever. And Jam beat me at my time earlier today. That's crazy. You must have had some run today, Jam.
Yeah, definitely gotta check out the VOD. That level 9 that I had was almost perfect.